Thank you, everybody, for being patient. I would like to call the special meeting to order. And with that, notice of the special meeting, the undersigned as the mayor of the city of Villa Hills here, Kentucky, hereby gives notice to all the members of city council and said city that a special meeting of the council is scheduled 6:15 Monday, November 4th, 2013 at 719 Rogers Road. And I acknowledge that it has been signed by all 6 council members, so they accept the acceptance of notice, waiver of notice. Good enough. The next thing on the agenda is Municipal Order 2013-13. And with that, I'll read it. Everybody has a copy. I think everybody's already seen it, I hope. A municipal order of the City of Villa Hills, Kentucky, approving the appointment of Summer Berger to the Villa Hills Civil Service Commission for the unexpired term. I know. Okay. Did I miss it? Unexpired term ending December 14th, 2014. Whereas Keith Kohlmeyer was appointed by Mayor Mike Martin to the Civil Service Commission for a term expiring December 14th, 2014, and the appointment was approved by council as a part of the Municipal Order 2011-5. And whereas Keith Kohlmeyer passed away on October 22nd, 2013, leaving a vacancy on the Civil Service Commission. It be ordered by the mayor and legislative body of the City of Villa Hills, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, the mayor, by his signature hereto, does hereby appoint Summer Berger as a member of the Civil Service Commission for an unexpired term ending December 14th, 2014. Section 2, appointment by the mayor of Summer Berger as a member of the Civil Service Commission for an unexpired term ending December 14th, 2014 is hereby approved by City Council, is the way the municipal order reads. And I would entertain a motion at this point.
I second it.
And discussion?
Yeah,
I have a question.
Discussion?
You know, we currently have a lawsuit questioning the authority of the Civil Service Commission. Why do you feel the need to appoint someone?
Because if the lawsuit comes back that it goes in front of Civil Service Commission, I want to have a full staff.
First of all, I want to thank Summer for her service to the city, work on the safety committee. She's obviously very involved, very passionate, and a model to other residents who want to be involved. However, in this particular case, I would think that we would want this appointment to be someone who is a little more objective with regard to some of the dealings that they might have in front of the Civil Service Commission. And I'll point to some comments posted on social media on or about September 4th of this year, where Ms. Berger states, further, the former mayor and council who instituted civil service were sorely short-sighted. The great irony is that although the civil service measure was put in place to hamstring the mayor-elect, thereby undermining the will of the people, it could be what ultimately leads to the undoing of the police department. The chief and I discussed this in person several months ago. Does any taxpayer care that because of the aforementioned players you are currently paying for 2 positions in the department that no longer exist? Better yet, civil service makes it impossible to stop paying for said positions and recuperate your tax dollars. Second post, similar type context. This is the essence of civil service, which is more suitable for large organizations where personnel issues tend to be more complicated. It's very consistent and very well written. I mean, as she states her opinions very articulately, and I respect that she has those opinions. However, these are not objective opinions when you're talking about someone who could potentially hear the Schutzman case or any other employee matter that especially involves the police department. I just don't feel that there's any objectivity here, and I'm concerned about that.
Duly noted. Other comments?
Have you considered that? I mean, have you spoken to Summer about these posts?
Yeah, they're an opinion, Jim. I have no problems with those posts. I've heard similar comments out of this council as well as other residents. This council could make decisions about things like that as well.
Sure.
And they've, comments are coming out of the council as well. So I'm an honest, forthright opinion. It's not slamming one side or another. It's just saying she doesn't agree with it.
And you don't see a problem there? If the Schutzman case were to come, if she gets appointed and the Schutzman case comes next week, you don't see a problem with that?
No.
then I can't help you.
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fine.
And again, there's no disrespect to Summer. I respect that she's involved in the city and how well she articulates her position. She is obviously passionate about her views as I am of mine, but in this case, it should be a matter of objectivity. And in my opinion, it's just not objective. That's just
Well,
my
so,
2 cents.
Rod,
Hold on,
so
hold on.
are you
Hold on, one at a time, please. I think, Holly, thank you. Let's
Are-
have a conversation and discussion, but I don't want to.
You as a taxpayer and a councilman, you don't have a problem with the 2 officers getting paid for 2
What's
positions
that
that
got to
no
do with the
longer
subject at
exist?
hand, Holly? We're talking,
You're just accusing Summer of
I'm not
being
accusing her of
biased.
anything. but
Okay,
she's
of
clearly-
being biased and wouldn't be able to make an objective decision based
Based on
on
those
just
comments?
that comment.
Based on those comments?
You've done a lot of likes on the websites and agreeing with things too as a councilman.
I have. When's the last time I did one of those, Holly? By chance, do you have the date?
No, I
Do
don't.
you have the date?
No, I
Folks,
don't.
folks, it's
I'm
not-
not, I'm not getting into a battle.
Holly and Rod. Holly and
I'm
Rod.
not getting into it with you.
Holly and Rod, let's go ahead. We're just going this way. We're not focusing on the issue at hand, please. Let's talk about the issue and let's move on.
I personally think that those comments cloud the objectivity of her position on the Civil Service Board.
Thank you, and that's noted. Mary?
Well, I look at Summer's comments, and quite honestly, I agree with them. This civil service is a mess. We're the laughing stock of Kentucky because of civil service. So, you know, that's her opinion. She doesn't believe in civil service. I don't think that has any dealings with her sitting on the board because she doesn't agree that there should be a civil service in the city. There is a civil service, and I appreciate you willing to stand up and do it. But you know, you're kind of looking at Summer, but then I've got this other person on civil service that goes and has lunch with Chief Goodnow and Joe Schutzman, you brought his name up, and Mike Sadauskas and a bunch of other people. Now, do you feel comfortable with him coming if this goes before civil service, that he could sit down and make an objective opinion?
Mary, I have no idea. I have no idea who meets who for lunch. This is.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a fact. If you want a picture,
I don't,
it's,
I
I'm
don't
just
need a
saying.
picture. I'm dealing
No,
with one
I'm just-
person and published facts. That's what I've got.
But this social media, I mean, let's face it, let's look at what's out there. You all look at it, I don't. But
Look,
we've all read it,
But
we've
those are her
all
comments.
heard
They're
it.
her comments.
Okay, I think
Well,
we're starting to
Ron,
lose it again.
Again,
okay?
Holly is right. The people make comments and, you know, they're their opinions. I don't have any issues with it.
Okay,
I'd rather somebody state it and actually put their name to it, their actual name to it, than to go under the table and put it under somebody else's name or a pseudo name or whatever. I mean, I appreciate the trustworthiness to where she's willing to stand up and say it.
all right. Any other comment with regards? Because otherwise, let's go ahead and take a roll call vote, please.
One thing, I'm confused that somebody that doesn't believe we should have civil service, that we're gonna put that person on civil service. I don't know why we would do that.
Just because you don't agree that you should have a civil service doesn't mean you can't be a member of it, Jim. You don't think you can't make well thought out and educated decisions?
Now, I'm sure Summer can. I mean, Summer's on safety, I head up safety, I have a lot of respect for Summer, there's no question.
It's just another way of serving the city, whether you agree with it or not. I mean, that's just,
Well, if you had somebody that didn't think we should be fixing roads on public works, do you think that makes sense? I'm
Well,
just- I mean, I
Brings a different thought process in.
mhm.
But I don't think I think you're saying she doesn't believe in it. I don't believe in it either. I mean, I don't believe that we should, this city
for
should have
fixing
civil.
roads.
No, I don't believe it. But I don't agree with civil service either. I don't believe it's the right thing for this city. Is it right for maybe Cincinnati or Covington or Chicago or someplace like that? Probably. Is it right for us? No. And you can go down and, I mean, we all heard it at the KLC. That was the first thing they said when we were all there for training. Don't ever do what VillaHills did. So again, I think it's just an opinion of, should we have it? No.
Doesn't, even though you don't believe you should
Doesn't
have
mean
it,
you
you
won't
still
do the
work it.
job.
We don't, whether you like it or not, we've learned to live with it, whether you think it's in there or not, correct? And we've learned how to get through it.
Right, but I've never talked to Summer about this, and and stuff like that. And honestly, until I walked in here, I didn't know Summer was your nominee, or I would have called her and said, how do you feel about it?
Well, I apologize for that.
But again, you know, this thing was given to us, and I got a little frustration with this. This thing was sent to us in the mail, I got mine on Saturday. And I read it, you're gonna have an appointment to the civil service. I called and asked who it was gonna be. I said, who are we appointing? I would encourage you all to do the same thing. You know, if you're interested and wanna know who it is so that you can call and talk to them, then
It goes both ways.
I think, yeah,
The phone
I mean,
goes
I
both
think,
ways, I get it.
I think sometimes we all should take the responsibility that it's up to us to be engaged. And if we need to know who it is so that we can make an informed decision, then you need to step up and do it.
Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Boehner,
No.
Ms. Balsam,
No.
Mr. Cahill,
No.
Ms. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Ms. Koenig,
Yes.
Mr. Wisher,
Yes.
Mayor, it's a tie vote.
And the mayor will vote yes to appoint her. Thank you.
Motion carries.
Next on the agenda would be an executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810C and F. And I will entertain a motion, and that refers to an executive session that's scheduled to discuss pending litigation and dismissal and/or appointment and discipline of an individual employee or personnel issues. Mr. Wisher made the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Folks, just so you know, when we're done, the meeting will end. There will be no other discussion or anything after the meeting. I think, guys, we're going to go across the street to the conference room because the garden club is due in here in a
Mr. Mayor,
short time.
they're not gonna be here, they're going over to the public works mines, that they're gonna have a craft there. So
Okay,
if that helps
due
you.
to the, no, I think I'd still like to go across the street, actually, please.
I
And
got it much
by the way, I would also like to let you know that Craig will join us as well as the attorney, Josh Salisbury.